Hello and welcome to the Quad Life. Well, my, I guess, cohort or partner is with me here, and stay tuned to the end, and I have some questions for you about him. But one of the common things about quadriplegia or paraplegia or any really type of disability that restricts movement of your limbs, a something that we normally use are splints and AFOs. Now, splints are usually for hands, and what's referred to AFOs are for your feet. Now, in pretty well all my videos, you have seen my right hand has a splint on it at all times. Now, if you remember back a long time ago, I had a video about my breathing system, the diaphragm pacemaker. Now, on the right side of my chest is a port for the pacemaker that is where it plugs in and makes it work and makes me breathe. So in order to keep my arm from grabbing the wire and my fingers getting trapped in it, I wear that splint all the time, pretty much, so that my fingers can't grab, and it also keeps it a little bit calmer. So that is why I always have that splint on. But the main point of hand splints is to, well, keep your fingers and everything straight. Now, thankfully for me, I do not have a lot of problems with my joints getting completely frozen, but my fingers and my wrists do have problems. So my left hand here is pretty bad, actually. Just sitting here in my chair with the straps on my armrest, then it can stay pretty straight. But like when I'm in bed, it will turn off to the side at the wrist and can get very crooked. So because of that, I do wear splints on both hands when I'm in bed, and especially on the left one, that it will hopefully stay a little bit straighter and not get any worse for the fingers or wrist. Now, when I look back at old pictures of when I was a kid and look at my hands, they pretty well look the same as they do now, as far as where my fingers are at for positioning and how much they're curled or not. They really haven't gotten any better in straightening out on their own, but at least they don't get any worse either. So that is what hand splints are for. Now, I do wear foot splints or AFOs, but not very much at all. When I was originally injured back in '85, my parents were told to make sure to get me some very special shoes that were high tops and had great support on the ankles and all that. And now I pretty well go barefoot all the time. So that is definitely a switch, to say the least. A big problem a lot of people have that don't walk is that feet will get something called foot drop. So I have seen some people that their feet are pretty well straight with their legs, and you can't really tell the difference. For me, when my feet don't have any support at all, They do drop a little bit, but not much more than, say, anyone who is like sitting higher up in a chair or something and their feet are dangling. Fortunately for me, when I'm laying in bed, my legs do what is called a frog position, so that my feet are not hanging out and gravity pulling them down. So I think that has helped a lot. But at night, I do wear AFOs on them for a couple hours at night, usually once or twice, just for 2 hours at a time. And that little bit just helps as needed. I will do toe separators, but that's just to help keep everything not get squished together. But thankfully, with just these little bits of doing splints on my hands and feet, I have not really had much trouble over the years. I know for new injuries that some people say they should always have splints on, and I've seen some people that they wear them all the time. And if that's what works for you, that's fine. Things I would say to be careful for, though, are getting scratches and getting pressure sores from them as well. Because one thing that I have to watch for is in bed, I have a pillow on my right arm to help protect again for my pacemaker port. But with the left, when I have my splint on, when it's laying on my leg, I have to be careful that I don't cause dents or red areas on my leg. So you have to be careful where that's at. And I do not wear socks or anything with my foot splints, but I had mine especially made that way because I don't put anything on my feet. But even with them being made specifically to not have anything on, I still sometimes get red areas on my ankles or scratches, so you still have to be careful, and I leave them off for a few days if I do have problems. So just learn what works for your body and what doesn't, and for me, that is what works, and everything is done well. Now, for my sidekick here, I guess he might be an addition for at least some videos this year. My, let's say, film crew is having fun with him, but I'm not sure what to name him. So, if you will comment down below possible names that you like. I don't know what he is, a engineer guy or something. I'm not even real sure where I got him from. But maybe you can suggest names and we'll include him in various positions and see what we come up with. But that is it for this week, and have a great few weeks coming up, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.